HuK needs to catch up. It is okay for Protoss to be slightly behind Zerg since Protoss units are stronger than Zerg units, but 60 supply behind is quite a significant amount. He does have an observer out. He is going to get some scouting in. I don't think EGIdrA has scouted HuK recently because he does not know how far ahead his army is. However, HuK now has Colossi, which are going to make a huge difference. Does he have the upgrade for their thermal lances? I can't even find it. Here it is, upgrading now, and not chrono boosting that, surprising. But it'll be out soon enough anyway. These will both have the extra range added onto them. Does EGIdrA have an answer? Any corruptors? He is producing them now. So has EGIdrA scouted this? He has scouted the double RoboBay. So EGIdrA does see that, and he has produced corruptors accordingly. As far as I know, that's pretty much Zerg's only counter to Colossi. And Hydras are very weak to Hydras are very weak to Colossi. So HuK poking around here with the Phoenix has 1 kill on it, probably an Overlord, probably just moving around the map. I love this play by EGIdrA here, burrowing Zerglings at each of the expansions to deny HuK from getting them, and requiring detection and an attack unit to kill those Zerglings too. So that's very annoying. And HuK has actually expanded down here to the middle beside his base. He's broken the destructible rocks, and he's working on these rocks here. I guess he's scouted that EGIdRA's moving out over here with an expansion. Let's see HuK's vision. He does see this, so that is going to happen. At the same time, EGIdRA is responding and moving his army up into position. Going to try to rapidly get here in time. There are 4 Colossi. Does EGIdRA have enough corruptors? I don't know. We'll have to see. HuK backing out here. I don't know if I agree with this. Yes, I do. Look at all these corruptors. Never mind. That's quite a lot of corruptors. EGIdRA could probably just run in here and steamroll HuK right now. I don't know what he's waiting for. Is he maxed out? Yes, he is. He needs to make something happen. His resources are just going to keep pooling up. He should attack because he can replenish his army so readily, while HuK is not even maxed out yet and cannot replenish his army as quickly. So I think EGIdRA should try and make something happen with what he has now. EGIdRA kind of getting poked and pulled there by the Colossi, losing a Hydralisk and almost losing 2. Not that big of a deal once you're maxed out, but still every unit can count. And now EGIdRA opting to get Broodlords. I definitely like this move. I don't see any High Templar from HuK at all for storms or any such thing like that. So this is going to be very strong. Not much anti-air other than these stalkers. Do they have blink? No, they don't. So that can be very deadly since these Colossi cannot shoot air and the Broodlords can shoot them. So what's going to happen here? The Broodlords are out. They're going in now. They're attacking. HuK's pulling back. Actually, he might be choosing to engage. I don't know. We'll have to see. And it seems kind of like HuK is indecisive, dancing his army around. EGIdRA here, moving in some spine crawlers for added defense. I like this. EGIdRA now has 4 base on 3 base Protoss. Will that pay off? We'll have to wait and see. So far, EGIdRA was ahead in count. Army is HuK caught up. Yes, he is. HuK is also maxed out. So now both players are pretty much going to have to come down to positioning and micro here for this battle to see who's going to pull ahead. This battle could be the mark of who's going to win the game or not. It all depends on what happens. The Broodlord's just poking and poking and poking. HuK doesn't really have an answer for this. And since HuK is maxed out, there's not much he can really do. Although he does have blink now, he did research it, so he was getting that while I was talking, which is good. So now he has an answer to these Broodlords. Although if the Broodlords stay in behind this beautiful Roach Hydra composition here, it'll be very hard to get at them to blink in and snipe them. They'll get destroyed by all these ground units here too. So EGIdRA has a very strong unit composition right now. What can HuK do about this? He's blinking me and trying to snipe some. He does snipe one. EGIdRA deciding almost to commit his army there, but not fully. Just still poking with the Broodlords. Might lose 2 more. He does. He loses 2 more Broodlords. This Observer here giving HuK vision. Great position for the Observer. I'm surprised there's no Overseer here by EGIdRA. Poor play like that. 1 TT could mess all this up. Anyway, HuK deciding to commit here, using Guardian Shield, but no Force Fields or other Guardian Shields. Full energy on all these sentries. Kind of poor control there by HuK. Has tons of Colossi, but nothing much else to support them. They must be supported. They're weak and fragile by themselves. There are a few Stalkers in here, but that's not enough compared to all this. I don't know if EGIdRA realizes how far ahead he is or not. Finally getting that Overseer in position and sniping that Observer, as I was saying. Morphing in more Broodlords now. Here's another one. EGIdrA staying maxed out constantly. What's HuK at? HuK is down to 167 supply, so HuK has lost some. Transferring a bit of workers around, opting for another expansion here. EGIdrA still on just 4 base, so it's going to be equal. Getting a changeling in here, I like this, and the photon cannon spotted it and killed it. So that was the end of that. And just dancing here, waiting for either player to make a decision. We have pretty much nothing going on for me to talk about at this point. We're just kind of waiting for either player to attack each other. Neither of them are really expanding any more than I've already mentioned. So we'll see what happened. EGIdrA poking in here on these cannons of HuK. HuK warping in some stalkers. I don't think that was a good idea, warping them in the front lines. He should have maybe warped them in the back. In that situation, in that case, sorry, it didn't make any difference because nothing happened to them. But I would say for future reference, if you're going to try and follow HuK, you should maybe warp them in the back because they're vulnerable to attack while they're warping in and they cannot do anything about it. HuK now having lots of stormers out. I definitely agree with this. Whether he uses them for storm or archons, I think both are a good situation right now. Probably going to use them for storm and then warp them into archons as typically done by most players. HuK just dancing around here using his cannons to fall back on. It's funny that 2 cannons is kind of scaring EGIdrA from just committing his whole army down here. Although this is a tight little area to do their fighting, it's interesting that they're trying to fight over this ramp, really, it seems. EGIdrA could have run his army around the base the whole time and tried to sneak in the back or done something else and kind of gone for a base race in the meantime. I don't know, opting to fight here. I don't think this is a beneficial position for either players, so we'll have to see what happens and what pays off. EGIdrA does have the high ground, however, so I guess that might pay off. Stormers moving in, HuK blinking in, HuK looking like he's going to commit. Tons of Colossi here, but they're wasting time shooting Broodlords. They need to be shooting those Hydralisks and Roaches. Dirty, dirty storms. EGIdrA not dodging any of those. All of these units so soft and weakened up. Only 1 Broodlord remains. I really think HuK should keep pushing up here. This is an incredible advantageous position right now for HuK because they're all so weak. Even though the Colossi don't have much support, he could have killed all those off, I think. And 1 Broodlord is not going to be enough to take out that many Colossus that quickly. HuK does have some Stalkers now. HuK needs to push, although I guess these 5 Spine Crawlers are going to be enough to scare him off. That is a lot, so I suppose it might not be worth it for him to push. Still opting to have that Observer in a nice position so he can have vision up the high ground. This Overseer is here. Does it see the Observer? No, it does not. If it moves over just a little bit to the left, it might see that Observer. That's what EGIdrA should have it kind of more up at the front, but I guess it doesn't really matter. He doesn't want to risk losing it to blink Stalkers. So here comes the battle again. EGIdrA has opted to get his 5th expansion in the meantime, by the way. I have not mentioned that. I will keep the production tab open in the meantime so we can see what both players are making while I've been looking at this army the whole time. HuK now transferring more workers. I'm imagining his natural is mined out, and it is. Is HuK opting to come here? Yes, but again, this Zergling has denied the Nexus being built. Just as I said, he's going to have to bring a unit over here and an Observer or build a Photon Cannon in order to build a Nexus there. Same with the expansion here. Very good play by EGIdrA doing that. Colossi moving out now. I guess both players giving up on this position, or at least HuK is anyway. EGIdrA just kind of still sitting idle in the same spot. HuK here moving out across the map with all Colossi, but nothing else to support it. I guess they went around the long way. Here they are. And yes, it looks like EGIdrA came up here because he knows HuK wants to expand here. But it wasn't enough. HuK did bring the Observer, kill the Zergling, and now he can throw down the Nexus finally. See how delayed that was because of 1 Zergling with Burrow. I can't recommend that strategy any more for any Zergs. That's just a great idea. Now it looks like they're going to battle in the middle of the map. This is a good spot to battle, better than that little ramp confined position we were looking at before. EGIdrA has already moved and or built, and yeah, it's actually built, 3 Spine Crawlers up at the front lines here. A very good idea, expanding his creep across the whole map. If you look at his vision, it's actually half the map right now. Very strong play by EGIdrA there. You always want to be spreading your creep tumors and creep as a Zerg player. And he says, wonder what this game would be like if Protoss units cost money. I guess EGIdrA raging a little bit there, trying to be sarcastic, but we'll have to see what happens. And here we have Broodlords, a lot more moving in now. He finally has more than just one or two. This is a good sizable amount. Blink Stalkers moving in, but I think they blinked too soon, missing out on their opportunities for good snipes. However, beautiful storms going down on the entire line of EGIdrA. EGIdrA not even microing properly. My bad, sorry. He's laughing. That's actually funny. I'm guessing this game is obviously not a tournament game, not a significant game. They're playing for fun, practicing against each other, so it's just for lols. And actually, it might not be. Here's EGIdrA Rage. Fuck this game. There it is. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is cast 1, and I hope you guys enjoy. If you want me to cast other games, personal games of yours, or just specific pro games, message me on YouTube, and I will give you information where you can email me replays, or if you just have a straight up link that I can go to, you can message me that and include that in your message as well, and I will take a look at that. Hope you guys enjoyed.